what's happening in Auburn athletics.
Here at lunch, again, we want to thank Glenda Mitchell, our presenting sponsor for everything Auburn Blitz. Every single thing we do, Auburn Blitz-wise, Glenda Mitchell is our partner on that. But we also want to thank our specific partners for TV, and they've been with us for a while. Sensagreen, I just kind of screwed that up. I'm going to let you kind of talk about them, and J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. But nobody does Sensagreen's commercial better than you, so I'm just going to let you say it.
Sensagreen, for air that is cool and clean, call on Sensagreen. They are the carrier experts in the state of Alabama and proud supporters of Auburn athletics and a proud supporter of Auburn Blitz.
Say I can't replace that. So you always do a lot better job on that. And again, we appreciate J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation as well for all that they do, all their site work, prep, everything that they do. That's why you call them. But again, we are live on location at JR Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Alexander City. It literally is one of my favorite places. They've been partnered with us at R&B Media for over 20 years. So they believed in us when we were wee lads, I guess, and getting started in all this thing. And their longevity tells you how great they are as a restaurant here in downtown Alex City. So if you're ever in Alexander City, you got to come check out JR's. And Faith, the only bad thing for you today is you don't get to enjoy this food.
I know. I'm really bummed about not getting a chicken quesadilla because that sounds superb right now. But, it is what it is. It's okay. I
would get it and ship it to you FedEx, but it probably wouldn't be as good by the time it got there. So.
No, and I wouldn't be surprised if the FedEx worker went ahead and ate it.
Or lost it. Kind of like they did my phone over the holidays. But anyway, nevertheless, or maybe that was intentional. Maybe somebody called and said, hey, can you lose his phone? Is there a way that he can just do away with that phone? But anyway, we're glad to be here. Had a great podcast this morning. Want to encourage people to go check us out on YouTube. A lot of you watch us on Facebook as well. Appreciate all the interaction and stuff there. But Faith, we talked about football, and we'll talk more about football here in just a little bit. Got to hear from the offensive and the defensive assistant coaches this week, and really the first time we've heard from them since they've been hired. In a formal setting where they're able to talk and share some things with the media. So going to talk some more about that. Cody Burns coming back to Auburn. I think when you look at it from a standpoint of his time at Auburn, being a national champion and kind of really acclimating the guys from South Florida to what Auburn is. And there's not a lot of Auburn guys on this staff. It's the first time in a long time that there's a football staff at Auburn, and there's just not a ton of Auburn former players on there.
Yeah. He obviously talked about how good it was to be back at Auburn and how it just means so much to him. And his name carries a lot of weight, like you said. So having him back is super cool for both us and him.
It is. And look, kind of what we were talking about this morning, this group seems to be very media friendly. Not that others weren't, not saying that the previous staff was not, but, a lot of times, coach can come up and they have to do certain things, and it comes across that way. It comes across as, hey, I'm here because I got to be here. So can we get this over with and can we move on?
Right.
That's not what these guys are. I mean, it really, Tyler and Cody and Coach Scott and everybody really just seemed to be very receptive to any question, and really wants to engage the media, which I think that's important.
Absolutely. And it definitely, to us, makes us feel like we are important, and they, emphasizing the importance of having local media groups that, cover Auburn each and every day, that they appreciate how important we are, what our job is, and making us not feel like little peasants that are going in there and belittling us with their comments and stuff, because that's, unfortunately, there's some truth behind that, and some coaches that just don't make you feel as important as they are.
Well, and I think they also understand the day and age of social media and the importance of media that, hey, they've got the power too. You know, the media has the power to portray me as whoever. And but anyway, again, just thought they were very receptive and very nice all the way around. Let's talk about what we started with this morning when you popped on, and that's the wide receivers. And by the way, I did have somebody else text me and say, when are you guys going to rank this portal class? I said, I promise you we're going to do it. There's been a lot of stuff going on, and basketball has eaten up a lot of our time lately. And so, you know, for good and bad reasons, Auburn obviously not doing real well on the floor right now and trying to get back after running off 4 wins in a row. Now they've lost 3. So we've been trying to really concentrate on that and dive into what the issues are there. But we are going to rank this portal class. I promise. You have our word on that. And it's a big class. There's 39 of them. And, you know, from top to bottom, you won't know what I've done and I won't know what you've done. So when we come together and kind of display that, it'll be fun. And then, of course, all of you have the opportunity to kind of engage on that as well and say if you think we're way off or if we're spot on or, you know, whatever. So you can have your input there. But, you know, I want to start with the wide receivers and talking about Cody Burns and what he talked about with this group. And I used a term this morning. I don't like the rebuilding of this is not really a rebuilding of a wide receiver room because you went and got pretty much a whole wide receiver room from South Florida and just brought them north. So it's really a transplanted wide receiver room, Faith.
Yeah, bringing them over and bringing the, you know, kind of the one that controls everything along with that, Byron Brown, the quarterback, who having the dynamic that they already have with him and the connection that they have helps so much when it comes to the longevity of playing together, knowing your team and the way that they do things. And so having, you know, this wide receiver room literally picked up, brought over, dropped in Auburn, along with the quarterback makes a huge difference when it comes to how out on the field they are going to be not only portrayed, but the ability that they have to grow on what they've already established at South Florida.
And I think the numbers, when you look at the numbers that we talked about this morning, you see what it means to have a dynamic, consistent quarterback that you've been able to work with and build a relationship with and how productive you can be. And I tell you, like, this group probably was undersold because they were at South Florida. I think Byron Brown, believe it or not, has been undersold nationally as a quarterback. Now, again, does he need to have a chip on his shoulder? No, he has proven. And I think him going into the portal, you saw his value from other schools and how bad everybody else wanted him to. But in the back of his mind, he hears the media. These receivers hear the media going, well, they did it at South Florida. Can they do it week in and week out in the SEC? And again, when you take a guy and a group of guys in that wide receiver room that are already ultra competitive, and then you kind of put them in a corner and go, hey, you really need to prove yourself, could be very dangerous for other teams. And that's kind of what Auburn's hoping for.
Yeah. And the thing about Byron Brown is when Coach Golish was talking to us and talking about how he has all this pressure on him because of Auburn's history with quarterbacks and having it just be a totally different experience for him coming to Auburn versus South Florida. One of the main differences in Byron Brown is he wasn't a quarterback that was looked over, you know, because Auburn went and got some guys off the bench that they thought that they were just being looked over. And, you know, the coaches knew that they had potential somewhere. And it was just a matter of breaking that out of them. And no, Byron Brown comes with a whole resume of what he's done in college and all of his accolades there. And, you know, Alex Golish has worked with him and seen what he can do.
Right.
That just gives so much more to what we have, not expectation wise for him, but I mean, kind of what he's going to be able to really do and put out on the field.
I don't want to relive pain, but I think when you go back and relive pain like Auburn fans have and all of us that have covered Auburn, and thinking back on the season and then the uncertainty of getting rid of a coach and hiring a new coach and just everything that goes with that, you wonder how long is it going to take you to get your excitement back, to get some, some fire, I guess, in wanting to see that football program do what it needs to do. Well, to me, it hadn't taken very long with what Alex Golesh was able to do in the portal to bring in the key guys he brought in. I'm as excited about this spring, probably just from an uncertainty standpoint and everybody is, I think, just the unknowns, just all of us getting to know each other, the coaches knowing the players, seeing how they react. You can meet with people in a meeting room and watch film, but until you get on the field and really see how they interact emotionally and how they handle certain things and how far you can push certain guys and how far they're willing to go, you don't know that till you get on the field. So all that's going to be new for everybody up here this spring, and I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that first practice that we're going to be able to go to, and obviously A-Day as well. Excited to go to that and see how differently that's going to be run from the last couple of years.
And are we really going to have 7 tight ends to go watch? I mean, surely somebody in that room. Surely. So we'll see. We're going to talk more about that. We'll get to tight ends either tomorrow or next week, because we want to go through each one of these coaches that shared some time and kind of pull out key points as we get ready for spring football, which is, right here. I mean, it's basically here. I mean, April 18th is A-Day. So, we'll blink and it'll be time for that. And look, weather-wise, I'm all for it. I'm ready for –
Please, get me some warmth.
Get this other junk out of here. All right, we're up against our first break for TV. Again, I'm live on location at JR Sports Bar and Grill, as you can see behind me. Outstanding food, outstanding environment. Always love being here at JR's. And again, we thank Glenda Mitchell Law Firm for her partnership now with us, our official partner here on the Auburn Blitz. And we also want to thank J.A. Smith Construction and
Cincy Green.
I didn't screw up that time. I'll let you do it. So, all right, we're going to take our first break for TV. Stay tuned. More to come here on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
L&M Pawn and Gun, located in the USA Factory Stores in Opelika, is East Alabama and West Georgia's complete gun, tactical, and pawn shop. It invites the region to shop over 500 firearms in stock, on the floor, and ready for sale at the market's best values. At L&M Pawn and Gun, we specialize in all tactical guns, equipment, and parts, including AK-47 and AR-15s. Specialized parts for tactical guns as well as suppressors and other parts you can't find anywhere. L&M Pawn and Gun has it all in the USA Factory Stores in Opelika, or shop online, lmpawnandgun.com.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Looking for hometown service and name brands you can trust? Come to Presley Appliance and Furniture. From the best choice in appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid to home furnishings, Presley's is your one-stop shop for comfort and quality. And now we've added the Mattress Shop by Serta Simmons Bedding and top quality sheets and pillows from Caraloha. Shop Presley Appliance and Furniture on Cherokee Road in Alex City or online at PresleyAppliance.com. That's PresleyAppliance.com.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Big things are happening at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika.
Chevy Silverado and Traverse are ready for your driveway. Drive home today a full-size powerhouse Chevy Silverado with up to $13,000 off. Or get a loaded Traverse, the roomy Chevy SUV with third-row seating, and enjoy up to $6,500 off.
Buy today and you won't pay till May.
Smart people from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
Back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. 45 minutes left on the show today. I'm live on location at JR Sports Bar and Grill. I mean, top of the line chicken fingers, wings, quesadillas, burgers, salads, whatever it is that you're looking for. The cheese nuggets, the fried dill pickles, fried mushrooms, all of the things that you want. The corn nuggets are phenomenal. Can't forget the corn nugget.
My favorite.
So everything that you get here at JR's is phenomenal. Downtown Alexander City, can't say enough about them. Can't say enough about J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job's too big or too small. And
Sensagreen, for air that is cool and clean, call in Sensagreen. If you want to make sure, going back and forth with this weather changing, you don't know if it's going to be hot one day or you don't know if it's going to be cold. So if you're going to need the heat or AC, Sensagreen is going to install a carrier unit.
Well, you know, I know this is not Auburn, but to kind of go along with what I was saying to you during the break, I don't hear anybody talking about the Olympics. And you look at today's show, NBC is the home of the Olympics, so it's prime time every night. And the Today Show, it was like the 5th or 6th thing in the line of things. Now, I know Savannah Guthrie, her mom, takes priority, but you would think, okay, right after that, it would be the Olympics. It was way down the line. It's like, is anybody paying attention to this?
I just haven't seen much of it, but.
Hey, and I will say this that has something to do with college athletics. Olympic sports, the Olympic athletes, really the training grounds in college. That's where they get their training. That's where they get.
It's true.
You know, and with the way things are going in college athletics and the shift in the NIL, and you might start seeing some of these Olympic sports go away at some of these colleges. And so that's the training ground in the summer and in the Winter Olympics for a lot of these athletes that the United States sends. So if they do away with that and things keep going down the path they're going down, Faith, we may see the elimination of Olympic sports at some of these colleges that can't afford to do it.
Which is crazy. Like, I don't think you would ever think that that is what you would be hearing.
No, it's not. So I know we're not here to talk about the Olympics. We're here to talk about all right, so you did a little work during the break, and it didn't take you long. So returners coming back. Obviously, we've been talking about the 39 coming in the portal and then what you got in the class. Alex Golich's first signing class out of high school. But who is coming back? We haven't really talked about that.
Okay, so out of the offense, this is crazy. Okay, you've got Jeremiah Cobb, Bryce Kane.
Which is a key player, by the way.
Yes.
Like, if you want one guy to pick to come back, that would have probably been one of the ones you wanted.
Let's note this, okay? You've got on last year before the season started, I printed out the depth chart of what it looked like before the season started, okay? Not a single starter from this depth chart is returning, okay? Because Damari Alston was
the starter.
Mm-hmm. And so,
how about that?
Yeah, so you've got the second strings from before the season last year, Jeremiah Cobb and Bryce Kane. And then third string, Sam Turner, Duke Smith, Ty Buster, Jacoby Ward, Cale Ellis. And then you've got fourth string. The only ones you've got are Eric Smith and Ryan Gia.
Ryan G, yeah.
That's it.
I want you to go back with me on the season and go all the way back to the Baylor game and us in that locker, not in the locker room, but in the post-game press conference room with Damari Alston and the mood in that locker room after that game and the mood in that press conference room. And when he said, Damari was like, there's things that are constant, God, taxes, and Auburn's going to run the football. And everybody laughed about it. It was kind of a jovial mood in that locker room, and how we felt leaving that night from Waco, Texas, and going, man, this team just came on the road and made a statement, in a high-profile game, and really offensively showed a lot of prowess and did some things in Jackson Arnold why he didn't throw the ball very well, ran the ball very well, and Auburn's defense and special teams did what they needed to do to win the game on the road. And, you knew you were coming home to two teams that were very, you were going to chalk up as wins. And you felt like, man, this is going to position them to go into that Oklahoma and Texas A&M game on the road where you at least split. And just how fast everything fell apart after that. And then thinking about when you brought Damari up, from that point in the locker room, would you have ever thought that guy within 6 weeks wouldn't even be on the team anymore?
I think part of what was so just concerning after was we saw how impactful he was in obviously the game, but also his presence. He was a team captain, which ultimately meant he was a team leader because he was selected by his other players. And then to hear that he was booted off the team and
that's
all the things that were flying around of what all happened was bizarre.
Just flashing back to, I can put myself right back there on the front row, you and I sitting there in Jackson Arnold and Hugh Freeze and the mood of that. And then looking at that room, Faith, think about this. I want everybody to think about this real quick. I hate to go back, but just got to now really all that's hit me when you were going back through that roster.
Mm-hmm.
Damari Alston kicked off the team. Jackson Arnold benched. Hugh Freeze didn't finish the season. That's who was in the room. after the end of the first game. And if you'd looked over at me and said, hey, by the way, none of these three really are even going to be here by the end of the season. Or even
I would not believe it.
Like, it's unbelievable how it changed.
I would not believe it for a minute, because it is so, the only word that I can say is bizarre. It was so bizarre.
Just mind-blowing now that I can go back and look at that way. I haven't even thought about it that way until now. When you brought Damari Alston's name up, it just got my mind going, from where that team was week 1 to where it ended. And now you just got a whole basically brand new team.
You do.
After that roster that Auburn built that everybody was so high on, including us, and talked about and bragged about in the offseason, it's one of the best rosters, in the conference. And then to see what happens, that just shows you don't know. Like, you can try to predict, but you just don't know how things are going to play their way out. So, these new portal guys, they could come in, man, they could gel, and it could just be off to the races. So, all right, we're up against another break here on the show. I'm live on location at JR Sports Bar and Grill. Thanks to them. Great food, great service, everything above. If it was a multiple choice test for JRs, it would be A, B, C, D, or E, all the above. It's just E, all the above every time for JRs. So, all right, we're going to take a break. Stay tuned. More of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event. From tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering, or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
For air that's cool and clean, call Senza Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carry or cool cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensagreen.
Looking for hometown service and name brands you can trust? Come to Presley Appliance and Furniture. From the best choice in appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid to home furnishings, Presley's is your one-stop shop for comfort and quality. And now we've added the Mattress Shop by Serta Simmons Bedding and top quality sheets and pillows from Caraloha. Shop Presley Appliance and Furniture on Cherokee Road in Alex City or online at PresleyAppliance.com. That's PresleyAppliance.com.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
This is Kathy Holmes with Peppertree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Henderson & Coker is a premier custom general contractor located in central Alabama. With over 50 years of industry experience, Henderson & Coker has been crafting stunning custom residential and commercial spaces for families and businesses throughout Alabama and Georgia. If you're in the market for a top-of-the-line luxury home or specialized commercial work, contact the experts at 256-750-3700 888-7383 and check them out on the web at hendersonandcoker.com. Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz here. I'm live on location at JR Sports Bar and Grill. We always love being on location at all our different places, and just a great restaurant downtown Alexander City, and Faith's in Auburn, Alabama, because she's got to get on the road right after this.
Somebody has to be in Auburn for it to be the Auburn Blitz, right? Just say yeah.
So, I don't know. Just it could.
Say yeah.
Yes. How about that? That'll make you feel better. All right. Thanks to Glenda Mitchell Law Firm as our partner on all things Auburn Blitz. They are our presenting partner on everything Auburn Blitz. We can't say enough good things about Glenda and her staff. Man, just such a fun office. When you go in, they like to have fun. And you see their commercials, their little, and I love their reels. They're so fun. Gosh. How does she have time to even do that, by the way?
I don't know, because she's a busy woman. But I can tell you, when you do go in there and have a meeting with her, she gives you her full attention. And that is something that you want in a lawyer. In every conversation that she's having, she's giving her full attention to.
Right.
Even though she gives all of her clients her personal phone number.
Can't get any better than that. No better than that. I'll tell you how you can get a little bit better than that. You can go to Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine and get some really good food and wine. And you got Valentine's Day coming up this weekend. Guys, here's your opportunity.
Y'all got to get on it.
So, Auburn.
Okay, so Pepper Tree, their Valentine's Day little menu that they have is they've got your choice of either an 8-ounce filet, a 12-ounce ribeye, or an 8-ounce salmon, served with 2 twice-baked potatoes, 2 side rolls, 2 side salads, 10 grilled shrimp, and 6 chocolate-covered strawberries, all for $105.
How are you eating all that?
Easily. Are you kidding? But seriously.
Hey, you got some napkins.
Basically, because guys, I mean, it's actually unbelievable, because if you were to go out and go on a cute little date night, you're going to be spending upwards of probably $200.
Hey, well, go try to buy all that and cook it yourself and see what your cost is. If you go get the prime cut stuff.
Well, and if you're getting rolls, if you're getting twice baked potatoes, all of that stuff.
Go get you some fresh shrimp and grill them and see how much that costs. So, it's a no-brainer. They do this all the time.
They also have their perfect pairings with wine tasting, chocolate pairings on February 14th from 2 to 4 p.m., $30 for 2 people. So call and reserve your spot, because you do have to reserve and buy a ticket. So But how much fun is that? That's a cute little date that you can do on Valentine's Day, and eat some chocolate, have some good wine.
Sounds like a good day to me. So
hey, I absolutely think so.
All right, so let's get back to the Auburn defensive side. You talked about the offensive side returners, which didn't take long because there's only a couple that are returning, and then no starters, 0 starters.
No, and I will say that Omar Mabson was overlooked because He's not on this depth chart, probably because of the transfers that were brought in.
Right.
And his name might have just gotten pushed all the way in the back, but he's there because they did have him on special teams.
Right.
So there's that. But defensively, the starters that you have coming back, that DeMarcus Riddick, he did not end up being a starter, obviously, with his injury, but he's back. Caleb Harris is back, and Sylvester Smith and Champ Anthony. Those guys are back. And then Xavier Adkins, who ended up being a starter, is obviously back.
Well, I mean, if there was one on the whole team that you wanted back, it was him.
Yeah. And then, you've got Rayshawn Pleasant.
Hey, by the way, Rayshawn Pleasant, Faith, made his presence known right out of the gate. He won the Baylor game. And in my opinion, he won the Baylor game.
Yeah.
Because they had fought back and cut it to a touchdown, and Auburn had pretty much maintained a 2-score lead in that game. And Baylor you got loud in that stadium, probably because of the speaker that was right behind us, that they were blasting the band.
Oh, there's no question.
I'm like, what? Jason, I'm sorry. If Jason was on here, he would say, but his face, if he could have gone over there and unplugged that speaker.
If I could have gone over there.
It's crazy. But anyway, I'm having flashbacks of the Baylor game today. Way too much. But Rayshawn Pleasant ran that kickoff back and took the momentum right back for Auburn. And
Jason said if he gets the ball in his hands, he's going to back for a touchdown.
Between Jason fighting with that speaker and telling and pretty much looking into the future and seeing what's coming, he was spot on that night. I have to give Jason credit on that.
Not a doubt, because
it was 150 degrees on the field that day too. So by the way, which I would take gladly back right now. Hey, I wanted to say something about Nakai Davenport, the transfer running back from South Florida. Sent that over to you earlier in the week. PFF College Football has him as the 7th highest rated transfer running back in the country.
Yeah.
So add Jeremiah Cobb and Bryson Washington from that. What is this, the Baylor theme today? Bryson Washington from Baylor. And then you add in, of course, Mapson coming back, Alvin Henderson, and you add Nakai Davenport in, who, what did he have, like close to 600 yards rushing? After Byron Brown rushed for over 1,000. He was the second leading rusher behind Byron Brown. So you got one of the top transfer portal running backs coming in to add to this group.
Yeah, which is crazy. Were you surprised that he was over Bryson Washington?
I was. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. And they don't even have Bryson Washington on this list as far as in the top 8. Now,
I was shocked.
But Caleb Hawkins from North Texas was one. He transferred to Oklahoma State. And then Cam Edwards from UConn to Michigan State. Traquan Jones from Old Dominion to Maryland. Adam Muhammad from Washington to, is that Montana? I think that these try. It's odd. And then Cam Cook from Jacksonville State, who we all know about, had a tremendous year here in the state of Alabama, transferred to West Virginia with Rich Rodriguez. You kind of felt like that. And then Evan Dickens from Liberty transferred to Boston College. Then you got Nakai Davenport. They're transferring from South Florida to Auburn. So there's your top 7 transfer portal running backs according to PFF.
Yeah, so I was shocked though, but definitely a big win for Auburn in that sense.
All right, so we come back from this break, want to look ahead into what we'll be doing again this summer. Excited about that. Want to kind of talk about that. Won't go into full detail with the players, but do want to talk about it because had a great time last year doing it. We were the only ones that did it, so why not do it again? So that's what we'll be doing. All right, we're up against another break. Stay tuned. More of the Auburn Blitz live on location at JR Sports Bar and Grill right after this.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We are located at 16797 Highway 280 which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
A fresh start begins at home. This new year, Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air is bringing comfort your way with maintenance inspections starting at just $29 and installations as low as $50 a month. Start the year right with Dixie.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Hi, I'm Abby Guy, Vice President at Riverbank and Trust. They say that most banks offer the same products, but Riverbank offers something most can't: personal connection. We love getting to know our customers by name and making them feel special with every interaction. It's a feeling of warm hospitality you won't find anywhere else. Experience it for yourself.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
The all-new Winter Timber is now open, located right next to the Walmart Market across from the Auburn Mall. If the outdoors is your lifestyle, Winter Timber is your new headquarters. From rifles, ammo, and hunting supplies, camo, and all the outdoor essentials, they've got it in stock and ready for you. Winter Timber is here to serve Auburn, Opelika, and the entire Lake Martin area, and they'll make the drive worth it. For the best selection and the best service in outdoor gear, one name says it all: Winter Timber, the best in outdoor needs.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your vehicle or boat to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your boat or vehicle the right way. Located on Highway 63, just about 2 miles from Highway 280 in Alexander City, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Highlight, well, you're not using very much of it again with what you're.
Well, now I'm just riding with it because it's fun. But I'm like, do they even make these anymore? Does anyone remember
That's
these?
a good question. I don't know. Sharpie gel.
Because, I mean.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool. Oh, we got 5 seconds.
Oh, thanks.
the longest commercial breaks in man history. Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Couple segments maybe left on the show today with our, just feels like these breaks been forever. But anyway, glad that you have joined us out there. I'm live on location at JR Sports Bar and Grill. It's always a blast being here. The food's great, atmosphere, the service, everything's great. Downtown Alexander City, thanks to Glenda Mitchell Law Firm for being our presenting partner here on all things Auburn Blitz. We appreciate them so much. And J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation, no job is too big or too small. And
Sensagreen for air that is cool and clean. Colin Sensagreen. They are the carrier experts in the state of Alabama.
Maybe warm one day, cool the next. Warm one day, cool the next.
Is it going to be cold this weekend?
I don't think so. I think there's some rain coming in. So anyway, all right. So let's talk about what we're going to do. Again, we're on the road every week with our high school side, but as we get into summer, we shift over to college, and it's really a lot of fun. And we did something unique last year where we just hit the road and went and covered the top 12 players in the state of Alabama. We went to the schools, met with those players and their coaches. You sat down and did an interview with each and every one of them. Really, really good stuff. You get to know those, like even watching the recruiting process this year and the ones that didn't end up coming to Auburn, even where they went, you know, you kind of felt attached to those guys because we went and spent time with them and know about their background. And, you know, it was, we'd have loved to have had them all come to Auburn, but, you know, it just made it more of a personal touch for us.
Not only did it make it personal, but it also just kind of gave insight into what school is recruiting what personality. And that was very interesting to me because when, you know, we went to go talk to some of the guys that were going to Auburn or planning to go to Auburn, their personalities versus the ones going to some other schools. They all had different personalities. And obviously only covering Auburn, you know, last year, you know, we knew the coaches and kind of had a relationship with them to where you understood what kind of guys they were going out and recruiting versus this year. It'll be interesting because we haven't grown that connection with this new staff because it's so new. But hopefully by the time summer comes around, we will. But only knowing the Auburn staff and then seeing the personalities that we're going and talking to from other schools is very interesting. You see kind of when you get around 2 or 3 of them, what kind of guys are going to, you know, Alabama or UNC, Texas, those schools.
Right.
And what those schools are looking for and what they're getting personality-wise.
Right. You know, as I look back on the 26 list, and this thing fluctuates, obviously, but for the most part, the same guys. I look back on your interview with Tank Jones, who ends up going to Oregon. Look back on your interview with Jaquez Wills. Some of them stand out. You know, one also that stands out is Hezekiah Harris, who ended up going to Tennessee, that we all felt like until there was
locked in.
It was until a coaching change. Again, that just shows you how impactful coaching changes are on kids and how things shift. And, you know, Tennessee didn't change coaches and Auburn did. And it was between Auburn and Tennessee, and he ends up going to Tennessee because it's a comfort level there. So, but anyway, I can flash right back to those, and I know you can, to all of them, and the different personalities and kind of what went on in those interviews. And, you know, I looked down at Dylan Purter and Marquez Daniel. Dylan was talkative, Marquez not. Both of them are at Florida now, so which is crazy because Dylan Purter was locked in at LSU. It just like nobody. I'm not.
He
talking
shut that down completely when I had asked him if he was still looking or planning on taking official visits.
And then ends up going to Florida. So along with Marquez, which are teammates. So anyway, Florida getting those two guys. But hey, let's get to our final break here for TV. We're live on location at JR Sports Bar and Grill. We'll be back one final segment right after this.
At Central Alabama Community College, We provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Bundle your home and auto and save money with State Farm's personal price plan. Contact State Farm agent Ron Carroll today at 256-378-6631 or visit him on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer availability. And eligibility may vary.
For air that's cool and clean, call Senza Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carry or cool cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Central Alabama. This is our home. It's where we work, where we play, where we raise our families and grow old. And in the unfortunate event we become sick with cancer, thanks to UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center, this is where we heal also. We have invested in new technologies and expertise so that now we're able to treat all sorts of cancers and you never have to leave Tallapoosa County. UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center. Compassionate, convenient, collaborative cancer care right here at home.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
SignSource is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Buying a home or property can be the biggest investment of your life. The Wisdom Firm is licensed to close any property purchase in the entire state of Alabama. The office is on both Bent Creek Drive in Auburn and Highway 49 South at beautiful Lake Martin. The Wisdom Firm has you covered. Give Travis and his team a call at 334-826-0722 or check them out at www.auburnlegal.com for all your real estate closing needs. No representation is made that the quality of legal services is greater than the quality of legal services made by other attorneys.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
It's hard to believe it's Thursday already. Golly, this week has flown by. All right, welcome back, everyone. Final segment here on the Auburn Blitz. Here on a Thursday, it's hard to believe this week has flown by. JR Sports Bar and Grill, we're so appreciative of them. And unfortunately, Faith doesn't get to partake in the food today, but I do. So I'm excited about that. And they have their menu is phenomenal. I mean, there's nothing, like I said earlier, I'm going to start using that. If it was a multiple choice test, it would just be all of the above. There's hard to pick one choice. So just pick it all and then you'll be happy. So,
hey, you were listing off all the appetizers, and honestly, they do have that little sample one. So you're kind of right there with
that is the all the above. You get the sampler platter. So there you go. Get the all the above. I'm going to get them to change the name of it. So appreciate Glenda Mitchell, attorney at law firm. Who you don't need me to tell you who she is. You know who she is already. Her face is everywhere, and she told us a funny story. We're not going to share it on here, but it was hilarious. Like, she was talking about her face being on billboards and advertisement, all that, and what one school wanted to do with her face. And maybe we'll have her on and let her tell that story. But it's just hilarious. I just blew my mind.
Yeah.
You still don't know what to say to me.
I mean,
they were serious. They were serious too. They're like, we've got the prime advertisement space for you. And she's like, no, probably not. So anyway, we'll have to get Glenda on maybe to tell that story if she wants to one day. It's hilarious though. All right. To close out here on the show, again, Auburn baseball and softball. Hey, look, I'm so excited about Monday's announcement that we have coming. And we talked with our athlete, and it's just going to be so much fun on Monday. I'll just tease everybody that way. But
you're saying a lot, but giving us nothing in this last segment.
Well, I'm trying to make sure everybody tunes in on Monday so they know what we're doing.
Between the Glenda Mitchell and between that, you're like, I have so much to tell y'all, but I can't say anything.
But I can't say anything. So yeah, nobody likes that person, right? I'm that person right now. But softball and baseball. Softball has their first home series of the year. They went on the road and went 4-2 against some really good teams this past week. So it was a good start for Auburn softball. And then baseball. They open up tomorrow, and they'll have a home series. Highly ranked, high expectations. We'll talk more about Auburn baseball tomorrow as they get started. And then we had a request, and we do agree, Jason Caldwell probably covers Auburn baseball better than anybody that does everything that we do. And we'll try to have him on Monday after the first series is under the belt. And for Butch Thompson, who has been who is the dean of coaches now at Auburn right now. He's the long-standing coach that, and rightfully so. He's had the most consistent, most successful program of any of them.
Absolutely, and
outside of basketball with Bruce, but he retired.
But yeah, I mean, Coach Thompson obviously very deserving of everything, but. Yeah, there's a lot to look forward to this weekend. If you've got time, head over to Plainsman Park and Jane B. Moore-Field because, again, both of them going to be home. And what better way to spend your weekend?
Absolutely. Hey, and it's not going to be 9 degrees outside because normally opening weekend, everybody's freezing to death. That's the way you set your.
And it's not going to be 800 million degrees like it's going to be later on in the season.
Right. So actually just go out and enjoy some baseball and softball.
That's right.
And prepare for that announcement that I can't tell you about on Monday.
Whatever.
But it's going to be a lot of fun. But all right, as we get ready to head out for TV, we do want to say thank you to JR Sports Bar and Grill. I'm about to indulge myself here in some chicken fingers. Can't wait. And with their mild sauce, it just doesn't get any better than that. So make sure you put that on your list when you come through Alex City. And I know a lot of you already do that anyway, but check out JR Sports Bar and Grill. We appreciate J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big or too small. Call on them for all your site prep work and things like that. And
Sensi Green for air that's cool and clean. Call on Sensi Green. They are the carrier experts in the state of Alabama and will save you hundreds of dollars on whatever it is that you might need.
Auburn basketball back in action on Saturday on the road.
About that tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Baseball, softball, a lot going on. Hey, golf off to a great start. Jackson Coyven, and he's one of the best ever as far as a college golfer. It's just amazing. So a lot to talk about. We'll talk more about all that tomorrow as we get on the podcast, and then of course our noon show again as always. But again, thanks to Glenda Mitchell Law Firm, our presenting sponsor for everything Auburn Blitz. So check them out. Check us out online. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done that. We would very, very much appreciate that. So, all right, Faith, you got anything else?
Hope everyone has the best day.
Absolutely. And again, we appreciate everybody. Statewide TV watching. For Faith Richardson, I'm Brett Pritchard saying we have enjoyed it. We sure hope you have. See you next time.